It's Friday night. And, well, I guess I'll start with a little bit of backstory here. On October 22nd, 2024, I sent an email to my, at the time, caseworker, Amelia Lindgren. This was after days after receiving from her email address, which asked her to go to the kiosk at the Justice Center to pick up some documents for me to fill out, providing resources that I need upon request. Well, what's the rest of that story? Well, she wouldn't allow me to talk to her the many times I called. It's documented. If you're that interested, it's in here. Well, what eventually happened was 2 days later, they had me locked the fuck up. Let's segue on to this. I'll agree that, I felt it was wrong of them for doing what they did to me, trying to, deny me walk in services, etc. Well, let's skip ahead. After all this, here it is a couple months later, I had my mother call them to try to set up an appointment with them, and they told her she'd have to call back the next morning. This is documented too. Instead of making an appointment right then, they told me I have to call before I go there. Walk-in assessments are provided to HR. Let's go through this. Go to the contact info, whatever. Just sidetracking. Stop by one of our walk-in clinics if you need help. And let's go to the walk-in hours. It's first come, first serve basis for diagnostic assessments. Let's get into that. Please arrive between 9 and 2:30 for a walk-in assessment. Part of this, let's get into that sidetrack on. One of the things I was told is we might want to have to redo our assessment again. I did an assessment. I waited 2 months for a caseworker. They're denying me to see a walk-in caseworker during that time and afterward. Okay, I had problems with my caseworker. Maybe I wanted to see a walk-in afterward. So where do we even? Okay. I asked to speak to the supervisor very late October. I asked my caseworker, Miss Lindgren, to provide her supervisor to contact me. And, well, I don't know what kind of shenanigans they were pulling, but they had me contacted by this Emily Cioli. Now, I'll iterate that she also called me, a couple of days after I was released, after December 6th, and had me contact her. Left voices in my voicemail, message in my voicemail to contact her. So I contacted her back and left a message in her voicemail, wherever that's going. So this is Emily Cioli, and we find her LinkedIn, and her LinkedIn at the top of the LinkedIn is Emily Kemp. Okay, whatever, you get married and have different names. Let's go back. There she is. I don't think I've seen her before. There she is. I could say that fucking bitch, but I don't know her. I gotta be nice, right? I can't just blame what's going on with the rest of the people on anybody. Emily Jolie, Signature Health Behavioral Health Manager. That's what she said she was. She was a manager. Manager at Signature Health, yeah. And, Emily Kemp. Okay. Is currently a behavioral manager at Signature Health. Okay, where's the info? Let me pause here. Oh, down here. Emily Kemp is a manager. Let me pause. Now, when she said manager, I was to assume supervisor. I'll take manager as supervisor. I guess I will. Is a manager at Signature Health in manner, whatever that says, that might have been a previous. Emily was a supervisor. Behavioral health at Signature. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? They might have their info wrong, But I'm gonna take it as manager doesn't fucking mean supervisor.
Please press 1 to leave a message or remain on the line for more options.
Emily L. Kemp, age 30, from Northfield, and obviously Cleveland. Another lead said she lives on 112th. I can believe that shit. There's a phone number, probably previous email, whatever. I'm not gonna fuck with that, but
You know, I like to know who I'm dealing with. Oh, I'm kind of glad I clicked that Zoom info link because it says E something something at Signature Health Inc. Well, since my last caseworker, it was their first initial and their last name at Signature Health Inc. was their email. I could probably take it for granted that that's her email. E Kemp at Signature Health. Or would it be E Chioli at Signature Health? I really want to get a message across.
Please leave a message and we will return your call. If not available, please leave a message at the tone. When finished, you may hang up or press pound for additional options.
This message is intended for Emily Chioli, extension 12138, which I'm not available to right now because it's outside of hours, so I'm hearing this voicemail. I have some article to convey to her, and I guess I'll just read it. It's noon on Thursday, February 27th, and I just awoke. I've been experiencing undiagnosed chronic deafness and agoraphobia. The past weekend, I had discussed with my mother calling to schedule an appointment for me to see a caseworker regarding my current urgent issues. She called your offices late into 4 p.m. on Monday, wherein she was told she would have to call again early in the morning to schedule for a walk-in visit, which she agreed with me she would. The next morning at 9 a.m. she awoke and she did not. And at 10 a.m. said it was too late to call. She still has not. I find it absurd that an appointment wasn't scheduled then on Monday. With that said, being simply relative, I feel I'm being neglected. One of the main reasons I wanted to see a case manager within your agency is because I would like to file an appeal against the probate court order for psychiatric observation that was served unwarrantedly on November 1st, 2024. I would also like to appeal against the diagnosis I was provided by the Cleveland Heights Metro Health Medical Center around December 6, 2024. This conveyance in its official capacity hereby serves as my plea of appeal to both of the above stated considerable injustices. Post-stamped 2:49 p.m., November 27th, 2025. I would like the above sent to Emily Chioli's supervisor, please. That's a request. I also request that she, Emily Chioli, return contact to my mother and tell her where our situation stands and what I should do. I would prefer that she have this message sent into my mother's voicemail. My mother is agreeable to that. I really haven't been in contact because I've been in a state of shock. I hope you understand.
Your call is being forwarded to a MyHealth voicemail.
Message sent.
And I'll mention I wrote in the draft November 27th, 2025 is the date. When it's February, that's a sign of shock.